Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Weedle, your World of Tanks YouTuber with the best hair. And today I have Cliff for you in the Leopard 1. Now, the way I'm going to play this map, I'm going to pause the video for just a moment, is normally I would try to take this hill in my mediums. However, when I play my Leopard 1, you probably notice I don't run a turbo in it. I got hardening rammer vents, and I go with the DPM field mods. So I play this a little bit differently than some people. Obviously, I'm probably a little more aggressive, as you can tell in my with the hardening. I'm going to play the right side over here, and I'm going to show you some tips and areas that you could start out to get some early damage. Uh, Normally speaking, if I'm in a heavy tank, I fight this area right here. If I was in a really squishy heavy like a 50B, I'd probably honestly still go here to start with and do the best I could till I needed to relocate, which probably wouldn't be too long, but still feel pretty confident in my 50B play to do that as well. This side over here, don't go there a whole lot to start out the match. It can progress that way. It just depends what the enemy team does. So that's the general tip here. I try to go hill when I can. I fight at the hill, but when I don't and I'm in a squishy medium, I'll come over here and I'll show you how to play that position and some spots that you can go to get the early shots when they are trying to go up the ramp. Um, Honestly, if you don't have tanks to go to the right side, it can be very bad for your team. So very important that someone goes over here because when no one does, you can definitely slaughter an entire team. Okay, so initial shot. I know what you're probably thinking. What about the early shots going up the ramp? Well, there is a very safe location to do that from right here. And I get a very easy shot of them going up the ramp. It's actually probably easier from right here than it is going up into the center. Look at that, just big fat tank. Normally I get a full shot there. There's like a couple of tanks, and but only one of them went. All right, so moving up, let's talk about this location and playing it and mistakes I see people do. Oftentimes, I'll see people play right here at the start. What this does is when you fire, because you're so close to these bushes, you're going to get spotted. But if you're this far back, you're easily double bushed. But you also don't have to worry about shots coming in from over here because you got this giant rock right in front of you, which will shield you from their vision. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for shots. Got the TVP right there. Looks like they're going to back down that hill a little bit, so I'm going to move on up here in just a moment. I don't have shots on the E4. Would have been nice, though. And I hit a real target-rich environment there, and I get a little bit of, like, whoa, there's a lot of red popping up on my screen. I see the AMX kind of pushing around. There's a rock right there to be aware of, but managed to put a shot on him. Now, this little gap right here actually still counts as a bush. They cannot see you through that. So take that for what you will, but it works. I get a second shot in right there. Nice roll. So at this moment, what I'm wanting to do is eventually I'm going to want to move up back here. However, I don't have a lot of support. I have a 155. I'm quite certain he's not going to go with me. And at the moment, my standard B is playing this location, also a pretty strong position. But so I don't want to go over there by myself in a Leopard 1 and be so isolated, especially with 3 mediums here. And I don't know for sure if there's anything over here yet. So I'm starting to get the notion these mediums are not going to be kind enough to give me any more damage. So I'm going to start in a moment fielding out what's on the other side across from me. Now, out of curiosity, do any of you play this position this way, or do you normally play against the rocks? So I start looking. Doesn't look like there's anything over there. So I'm going to actually move up close to this because I'm not as concerned with them spotting me after I fire. One, the mediums already know I'm here. And I do have cover to back around because I know nothing is sitting right here. If something was sitting here, it'd be a different story. But we've kind of already noticed they're not there. So what I like to do after I fire and I've been spotted like this, because there could be TDs sitting over here waiting for me to poke out again, I'll usually count to my reload, which is almost 7 seconds, and just count an extra 3 to 4 seconds before I start moving out again, so I know that have gone dark to their vision and there's not something just pre-aimed on me waiting to shoot me as I poke back out. wasn't quite fast enough to put a round into the TVP there. It's now time to move on across. I know nothing's on this hill. I do see the grill over here. I'm not sure what he was planning to do back here, but he just fired, so I intuition swapped to my HE round. Get a nice 531 roll. So my tip, and this is kind of a unicum tip in general, you should be carrying HE rounds on your tanks. The two most popular tanks in the game at tier 10 are the 4005 and the grill. Both of them can be pinned with HE rounds. It will increase your damage per game. Highly recommend you do it. At this point, I know he's probably going to get one shot off. I don't really care. I know I got reload on him now. Fortunately, he actually juked my shot right there. So, gonna make this one count. Standard B finishes him off. I'm up to 3,800 damage. I want to move up the backside now and start spotting out these TDs and get whatever else damage I can do. I got 1,300 hit points, so I'm very confident I can still take a hit. However, I don't want to just throw my hit points away, so I'm moving up. And I'm hoping to proxy spot this E4 because I saw the tree drop. Does look like I got him. My heavies quickly finish him off. Sorry. And now I'm just moving up the backside here. And there's the Udez. Get a little spotting damage on him, I think. No, actually I didn't. It's very interesting. So, the 103, I'm not sure what's going on here. I could see him, but it would not give me a pin indicator, and I have no idea. I think there might have been like an invisible wall there, since I was pretty close to that rock. Put around in there. Notice the Ho-Ri has the small gun. I got reload on him, so I'll put one in. And at this point, I absolutely know I can trade with him, because he's got the small gun. I ain't too worried about it, but he misses me anyway. Will I get another shot in? Nope. I do get the spotting damage for it, though. We'll finish the game right there. It took me right at 4 minutes. It was less than a 5-minute game. 5,500 damage, 603 spotting. Solid result. But that's how I play this side whenever I don't go mid. Now, I am going to post another replay where I'm going to be playing from this side, and I'm going to show you a different position I go when I don't go hill, especially my squishy mediums. Unfortunately, it is a tier 8 match. I tried to do it in my Leopard 1, but I will explain why the thing that you have to look out for when you go to this position. So be looking out for that video. That's it. If you like the content, you want to see more, subscribe. Please like the video if you like the content. It helps with the algorithms. And appreciate it, guys. And keep tanking. I hope to see y'all in some matches.